So, when it comes to diversity and inclusion, we're handing out billions to certain groups. I mean, most of the time it's based on skin colour, and then you've got other times where it's based on gender. But other times it's based on stuff that is completely random. But one group who have actually had it quite tough, and one group that have had zero handouts, are the gingers. And I will say for full context, right, I'm not ginger, nor am I any shade of red. But these guys have had nothing in the way of handouts. Because I'm sure you all remember the days of primary school and high school. Like in terms of when people were just having the mick taken out of them. I really can't remember many jokes based on racial lines. But the jokes that everyone had in school, I mean, they were based on the gingers, you must admit. Like they really did not have it good in primary school and high school. But here we are in the modern day, and they're just getting absolutely nothing. Like, I'm not saying that they should. But if it doesn't go both ways, it really just doesn't seem fair. Because like I said, we're just giving billions to certain groups. But when it comes to just like picking and choosing these certain groups, basically they do just that. They basically just pick and choose the ones that they want. But when it comes to people who you really could argue that they did have it tough. Like I said, the redheads just get absolutely no love. And like I said, I'm not ginger. I was proper blonde as a kid, and now I've got dark hair. But I just think that it's a contrast that I just can't see how people ignore it. Like, when was the last time you saw, like, where redheads specifically get, chosen for jobs or like shortlisted in the interviews, which does happen based on racial lines. And I can't remember the last time there's been some sort of government grant or any sort of like large movement, anything like that at all. They've been completely just done over. Because like I said, it really did seem that like 90% of the jokes in high school, they really were just based around them. And I had redhead friends in school and things like that. But that's just the way it was. Like, you can't deny, you can't sit there and say that no one was making redhead jokes. So if these random groups which are getting handouts, if their whole basis of actually getting that handout, their whole basis and reasoning is that they had it tough. Like, they had a difficult upbringing. But when you compare it to that, but like I said, if there was a scale, I would put these guys at the top of it. I mean, they had nicknames, they had everything. My next door neighbour was telling me that he knew a redhead in school, and his nickname was Fire. I mean, it is a cool nickname, but like, it is just giving someone a nickname, like just basically based on their hair colour. So in my eyes, it does kind of seem to be like, if they really want to go for equality, and they really want to go for these handouts, which I don't think they should go for these handouts. I don't think we should be given thousands in government grants. But if they really want to do it, I don't know, like I said, I'm not a redhead, but I just think with the amount of jokes that they had in high school, the amount of jokes that they had against them, like I said, if they really want to do the equality thing, I think they need to look at the redheads. But do you agree? Do you kind of think that redheads have just been completely left aside? I mean, I'm not saying I want to add another movement to the list, but if they're going to start anyway, I think they should start there. So, thank you for becoming one of the 35,292 subscribers. Thank you to the channel members, and thank you for checking out this video on screen.
This country has gone crazy.